tonight. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
It's been a rough year for folks all across this great country, but football's back. The Texans and Chiefs, 2020 season underway. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The big money man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Bernardrick McKinney on the tackle.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Sammy Watkins is a former first-round pick in the NFL, and he sure reminded us during Kansas City's run to the playoffs last season. 10 catches in the AFC Championship game and a 98-yard receiving game in Super Bowl 54. He did talk about possibly stepping away and getting some time in the offseason, but Kansas City very happy to have him back in their lineup and in their fold.
12 more yards there and another first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brings up some from their point of view. This game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, a long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And going deep for Hill. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. He may try and run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
The tight end, the ball carrier.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
He's going to take off with it. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 44 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
9 yards.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Watson off play action. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Screen play, Johnson.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
What you talking about, ref?
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Flush to his right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Look at the big man rumble. The 40, the 30, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
So the problem's really starting to add up now. I mean, they try the field goal in an effort to get a little bit closer, but the block and return make the situation worse.
I like what you just said there. Just trying to get a little bit closer. I think mentally, that's why they were doing it, because really the 3 wasn't going to do them a whole lot of good, but they feel better about themselves. Now, they feel exponentially worse.
Harrison Butker.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team.
And I think the ball's out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. Throwing on third down, Watson.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
But it brings up...
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Time for another look at Patrick Mahomes and the Super Bowl champs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
A 3-yard.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
2-yard line.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. It's Kelsey on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
1-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Harrison Butker.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Our game here at Arrowhead, the first of some great matchups here in Week 1. You've got Miami at New England in year 1 after TB, and you've got the first ever Las Vegas Raider game as they travel to Carolina. You've got the aforementioned Mr. Brady and his Buccaneers taking on New Orleans. And then, of course, the debut of SoFi Stadium Sunday night. How about this for an opener? The Dallas Cowboys and the LA Rams. Space to maneuver at the 40. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
1st and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mahomes on target there to Hill. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now to return, this is David Johnson. Now a hit and a loose football. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The 41-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Watson. Being chased out left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 40 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. And going deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big pickup of 38.
That certainly made you think back to last year's Super Bowl because it was these two, Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. They connected on a play not all that much different from this one that really turned the tide in that ball game.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
down at the 2-yard line.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelsey had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City. And while he's a weapon anywhere on the field, as you get closer to the end zone, you really have to look out. Witness what he did in the playoffs. 3 touchdown catches against Houston in the divisional round, and a big one in the Super Bowl against San Francisco, which keyed Kansas City's comeback.
Returning it, Johnson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Again, it's Johnson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's got this down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. So a gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up second.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Derek Nunny. Deshaun Watson sacked.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Watson now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on second down. Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
The Texans.
They're throwing it on first down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a first down.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Frank Clark.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
56.
Fairbairn good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzling.